Yes, sir.
The meeting's being recorded. All right.
Yeah. Hit accept. Let's do this.
I consent.
You heard it here first, folks. Guys, what's up? Cory Wilson, Live Frederick, Sell Frederick Group. We are back with another monthly business spotlight interview. That's really long. I probably need to narrow that down somehow, some way. Who knows? I'll talk to stuff about that. We need some marketing around that and what to say. So, hey guys, what's up, boys? Jacob, Tony, Co-op Media's in the house.
Hey, what's
How y'all
up?
doing?
How's it going? Pretty good.
All right, one of you, take it away. Who are you? What do you do? Let's hear it.
Tony, you want to start?
Right. Yeah, I'll go for it. So we are Tony and Jake, and our company name is Co-op Media, and we are, in short, a commercial video production company. So in the grand scheme of the world of marketing, we're just a little cog, and that is the visual cog, and it's a big one, but it's just one part of it. And so as a commercial production company, I would say we are unique in the sense of, if a company were to reach out and go, hey, we need a video, I think we're going to go, hey, pump the brakes. What is going on? Why do you need a video? What's happening with your business? Can we figure this out? And we're not afraid of, honestly, not getting the deal, because we don't want to force a video that doesn't work for a particular marketing strategy. Yeah, I don't want to run my mouth for too long, but yes, we're a commercial production company. That's the simple terms.
And I'll step in and say that just so everyone knows that watches this, if they've seen any of the videos that we've done before, it's Jacob and Tony and Co-op Media that produce and film these amazing videos. And sometimes we have some guest videographers as well. Steve Monty did a good job at Generation Media. So sometimes we have some other videographers come in, but you guys produce and shoot some pretty amazing material.
Sorry to cut you off. That's all part of the name too. Like co-op, like we want to be like a cooperative of creatives and like people to bring on set with us and make these awesome visuals and videos come to life. Like it's not just us two all the time. It's a collective of people.
I love that. How did you guys get started in video? Take me back to even before you're in video, just that thing of, hey, let's do this video business. This is going to be good. Take me back.
So this is an interesting story. I was a hairstylist, and if you know the downtown Frederick area, you'll probably know the Temple. It's a hair school on East Patrick Street it's on Church Street, actually, Church Street.
Yep.
So while I was going to hair school, I noticed one of the strongest marketing pieces as a hairstylist is to do before and after pictures, because it shows like, here's my talent. I took this person from this to this, and now they're beautiful. This is why you should come to me. I don't know how this happened, but I started creating little videos on my phone of the process of someone getting their hair done from start to finish. So you would see more of like, what happened, like the color being mixed or like the lightening process. And you would see the raw hair just being like lightened, and then me toning it, and then like me brushing through it at the end. And I noticed people were really appreciating that. And so it kind of slowly tumbled from a hobby to an obsession to a really unhealthy obsession. And all I could think about was, I can't wait to get home from school so I can make a video about something. And then I just started making videos about everything under the sun, making toast, going to the grocery store. I would try to take the simplest idea, but I would play a game with myself, and that would be, how long can I keep your attention, you, the viewer? And so if I were just going to like buy new shoes, I would play this game of, what shots am I going to shoot and how am I going to edit it to keep your eyes on the screen for 60 seconds. And at the end of it, you're sitting there thinking, man, I enjoyed that, but I just watched this dude buy shoes. Like, I just spent that time watching this guy buy shoes. And then companies started reaching out saying, hey, can you help us with like these marketing videos? And I was like, sure, let's do it. I guess I'm a video guy now. And then I quickly noticed that it went from me having fun to me noticing that I could affect people's emotions in a way. Like I helped Hayden's Heroes, it's a nonprofit based in Frederick, tell kind of their brand story and like the background of why they came to be. And I noticed everyone who watched that, they started tearing up. And I felt like, long story short, I felt like I had a superpower, the superpower of, wow, I can just like pack emotion into a 2D plane, ship it to you and make you cry, make you smile, make you laugh. And I think there's a lot of power in emotion, because even when you're talking to people, there's a lot of power and influence. And so it took off from there. I would say I was a hairstylist, and honestly, the next day I was like a videographer, and then I learned more about crewing up, and now it's going faster than we can describe it, and now we're a commercial production company. Yeah, yep. I don't know if I skipped too much there.
No, you hit it. Jacob, before we come to you, Tony, when you started, was it on an iPhone? Is that what you did it on?
It was one of those like starter Canon Rebel T3i type of cameras with a kit lens and a very basic setup, and I'm just on my laptop putting things together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good work, man. That's awesome. Jacob.
Oh yeah. Wow. Well, I mean,
how'd we get here?
What's my background? Not sure if I should put that out there. Now, honestly, like, to be like very transparent about it, Tony was the one that initially got me kind of hooked on making videos. I remember the first couple of times that I saw him even open up the software, he was dealing with like, I think what was like iHomeMovie or something like that. And at the time I had like a Windows laptop, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to create cool videos like that too, but I couldn't. So like that, there was that barrier. And then like also didn't have a camera of my own besides like a really crappy iPhone 4 or something like that at the time. And honestly, like I was totally aside from this, I was in school for something completely different as well. I went to school for kinesiology. So I know all about the body, how it works, what it's good for it, what's bad for it, but didn't feel like that was the right path for me, honestly. And I got very, very motivated by Tony. He's like, dude, just go out and create, go do something. And then over time, like over a couple of months, started like, I got like a camera for Christmas from my grandparents, started using that every day. And then randomly, like the same sort of thing happened is like, I got a company through LinkedIn that reached out and was like, hey, we need someone to create videos for us. Can you edit these little clips together? And from there, it just kind of snowballed it from that point, actually. And then once I was in my last semester of college, I was like, dude, I'm done with this. Like, I love, like, I have a hobby and like passion for like, for like keeping the body healthy and moving, but I don't think I want to use it like as like a career. I think I just want to have that knowledge and be able to connect people that way. So then
you guys were kind of on this parallel journey.
Yeah. So, and then, just from there, we just talked and we're like, hey, let's make this thing happen. Like, let's just do something that neither of us really know what to do or why to do it. But I mean,
let's go.
I think we'll kind of grow from there.
Screw it. Let's just do it. Let's just hit it.
That's exactly how it happened. Yeah.
It's true. And it's kind of refreshing. I will say it's refreshing to see, business owners in one business. It's refreshing to see business partners. Drew and I are business partners in our business as well. And it's unusual. Sometimes there's conflicting paths, and it can be really tough. It can be really tough. There's multiple opinions on board. You just can't do one thing. You have to have all parties on board.
Right. Right.
How do you guys handle that? I know, Jacob, we've talked before about like, having clarity is power, having an understanding of job roles. So what do you guys specifically do in your business that keeps you guys on the straight and narrow and allows you to work together without interference? What are your roles? What do y'all do within the company?
Oh man.
Someone warned us when we were getting into business together. Someone said this, it's like you're marrying him. It's like you guys are about to jump into a marriage. We both laughed it off like, yeah, whatever. Like, like that's not true, whatever.
Yeah.
But it really is that.
It is true, isn't it? Yeah.
It's true.
Everything is so connected and intertwined, from the finances to the expenses we decide to take on. We have to talk about it as if we're a married couple. And so we have had our trials and tribulations, right, Jake?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys, real quick, have you guys found that from that you get stronger?
Yeah.
We have a better relationship now. Our friendship is stronger.
Dude, I sorry to like cut you off, Tony, but take it further, is that like, even just a couple months ago, like we had been in business for like 2 years. And I would say that like before all this, we were very, very close friends. And we were like, oh, this is going to make our friendship even tighter. Like, to be totally upfront, like it kind of deteriorated for a while. And I think it's because we both like had ideas of where we saw this going, and that kind of aligned together, but we weren't being totally truthful, I think, with one another. And then from that point, we sat down and we're like, if we're going to make this work, like the number one thing is going to be communication.
Mm-hmm.
You got to communicate, like, even if it hurts, like get it out there. And we've come to realize that I think like the beauty in like communicating properly is when you say something, you don't say it with the intent of making it hurt. You say it to be like, I want us just to be better. And so this is not a point the finger and like, you know, like an F you or like you should be better. It's like, no, let's take on responsibility and accountability and let's grow together.
Yeah. One of our mentors says, one of our mentors in the marketing industry, his name's Will, and he coins this the Will straight talk. And this is when he's like, hey, I'm going to give you some straight talk right now. And he just digs into you like a dagger, and because it's just hard.
Opens it up.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh God, that hurts.
Yeah.
But I would say that's what we're doing now. And I love this relationship now. It's straight talk.
It's so synergistic.
Like, what's up, man?
Yeah.
And it helps, right? Because you guys do have clarity on your roles in the business. Jacob, you're more on Jacob. What exactly are you? Tony, what exactly are you?
Oh man. Well, for a while I was actually like being like producer, logistics guy. And I do think that like when running the business, I try to take care of a lot of the like admin and like, all right, like some of these awkward and, let's be honest, boring systems of finance, like how you're going to do your taxes and stuff like that. Sure. If I don't know the answer, I try to talk to someone and try to get that, like try to keep that, I guess, reeled in. And Tony does an amazing job, I think, of like more the creative side. Like I told him, I was like, I got creative ideas, but I think yours are ones I want to get on board with, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, just like more like definitely kind of
logistics,
keeping it simple.
Operations.
Yes. Operations.
Yep.
And creative.
Yeah.
And creative pretty much. Yeah. Like when I'm not getting paid to make a film, I'm probably working on a film of some sort. And that's just what I've been doing. And like from taking on mentorships to courses, like I've tried to just inject steroids into the growth of like how our cinematography is. And so I've nerded out for the past couple of years about contrast ratios, lighting diagrams, shot lists, storyboarding, and everything that falls under creating like a concept into a visual piece.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love it. Where are you guys from?
Same neighborhood, born and raised, Columbia, Maryland. We were like
Columbia, Maryland.
Just neighborhood friends.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. So why Frederick?
Why Frederick? Well,
that's a good question.
I think the first, Tony started up. You look like you have a really good idea.
When I went to school in Frederick, a couple I think it was almost 5 or 6 years ago now. It was life-changing being on. So I actually lived next to the church on East Church Street, with the 2 spires, and that was life-changing. I mean, like it was so cool. The atmosphere of Frederick reminded me of a city, but everyone treated each other like it was a neighborhood, if that makes any sense.
Like, it does. I like that.
It's a packed place, but yet like, hey, I've seen you around here. And even people like Danielle Dahl from, what is it? The
Frederick Partnership.
Yeah. Just like seeing her on the streets being like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? And that relationship just started up. I mean, like the idea that I think we have 3 record shops within like a couple blocks of each other. I mean, we have that kind of throwback vibe, not a lot of franchises, very family based, local. I just love that kind of culture.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love the word neighborhood. I've always just said community, right? Because it's tight, but neighborhood is, I think, just encompasses all that.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Or at least tries to.
Yeah, I love that. What's the vision for Co-op? Because you guys, I mean, while you do so much here in the Frederick community, you guys are ingrained here. You guys, when I think of video, I think of Co-op. When I think of Frederick, I think of Co-op. You guys do a lot of outside work too. You guys travel and do a lot of work. You guys are sought after. So like, kind of tell me more about traveling and you know, what takes you places. And how do people even find you? How do people get a hold of you?
We're trying to figure that out too.
Yeah.
Basically,
cut. Yeah, no.
Basically,
line.
Yeah.
Our strongest sales channel and marketing channels are word of mouth.
Okay.
But the way I believe that has happened is through all of the passion projects and all of the spec projects that we're taking on, just because of the love of filmmaking that we have. The second that COVID hit, we were thinking, okay, what are we going to do? Like, how who is going to want to like work with us? And that was so stressful. We just dropped that idea. It's like, you know what, forget that. Well, what can we do for the community then? You know, because to be upfront with you, at the time, we were both at our parents' house. So it's like, we don't have rent to pay. So what can we give, you know? And then we just reached out to the Chamber of Commerce and just with all this passion, I'm like, listen, I feel like we should make a video for the entire community. Let's pick the best businesses. Let's highlight them. What are they doing for the community? Like montage it all together and just throw it out there just for the love of it. And we did it. And I couldn't tell you exactly how that helped us, but somehow it did. And businesses just started calling us. And then we did the same thing again the next year. And we did another big spec project, trying to up our cinematography and say like, hey, we're a company that we shouldn't be referred to as videographers. Like, we're filmmakers, and we want to take ourselves very seriously and make national quality material. And so with that, then we had more companies reach out to us. And so I think, to sum everything up, I would say like we have selfishly been selfless, I guess. We've gotten business because of everything that we've done for free. I can't tell you a measurement though on exactly what it is. I don't know. It just seems to be working.
There, like, it's actually the Frederick Strong like campaign was actually a beautiful thing. As much as we can't necessarily say that we know how many people have reached out to us for it, we do know that we've gotten work through another Chamber of Commerce in Hartford County. And it was interesting because after speaking with the president over there, she was like hiring us for something. And I was like, oh yeah, we had this like project that we did a little while ago. And, you know, we're super excited. It's like done and out there and everyone's like seeing it. And when we told her about it, she's like, oh wait, yeah, you were the guys that made that, like for Frederick County. And both of us like, yeah, whoa, like
Tony,
this is,
yeah, that was us. Yeah.
So
that was us.
So it's like
at the end of the day,
it's cool to see. Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, people don't. Lee told us, this is one of our mentors. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so that's how business is done. One of our mentors says I hate the word marketing, because marketing is just another word of connecting with people.
Yeah.
And it's not business to business, it's people to people. It's I'm talking to you. I have a solution to your problem. You find value in that. There will be an exchange of US dollars.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing here.
Yeah. You guys do such a good job of really telling the story. I mean, I know this well because we've started doing these business spotlights with you guys. And you really do tell a story of a person's background, you know, how they started their business, what their business product is, and what their involvement in the community is. Do you think there is something out there that holds people back from pursuing doing similar things themselves? You know, if you guys ever thought about that, like, man, if we could just say something, or if we could let people know, like, hey, this is an amazing product. I mean, branding is so important. I saw a graphic the other day. It was like, you put a purse up next to a purse, same purse. You put like a certain logo on it. Boom.
Different.
All of a sudden,
it just hits.
Marketing. You know, but it's the same product. I'm sure you could maybe argue some of the quality or something, but again, the point is, if they looked identical, same value, put a logo on it, branding way higher, price way higher. So, I mean, are people missing the boat when it comes to this kind of stuff? I mean, like, have you guys ever discussed that? Like, man, what could we get something out that just says, hey guys, this is something all businesses should consider to tell our story, to get out in front of people?
I think at the end of the day, people have paralysis by analysis. They basically sit there and they're like, but what's the perfect thing to say so that we can have the maximum amount of ROI on our expenses? If we're going to pay this much money, I want this much money back. Sure. And it's an odd way to think about it, because we're living in a generation of people that buy off of emotion. And as Seth Godin says, like, guys don't just buy drill bits. They go out and they buy the opportunity to show their wives that they're a manly man, that they can make that shelf and show their family, like, I built this thing with this drill bit right here. And so I think storytelling is super important, because it's not about you. Although it is your story, what you're doing is you're laying down the track for other people to empathize with you. Sure. And that is influence. And that's exactly why it works.
Yeah.
So to simplify everything, to not make it so scary, I would just tell people to like start sharing more about what they do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even just from like, why don't you just pick up the phone and share what you do? You know, hey, here's what's going on today. Here's what we're doing. I'm sure other people can relate.
Yeah, the power of video for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. How can people find you if they want to pursue some video for their business or their event, or anything they want documented? How can they find you guys?
Yeah, at Jake, you're better.
Yeah, I got this covered.
Let operations handle this, Tony.
All right, yeah.
Tony, we'll take it from here.
Stepping in. All right, so you can find us on our website, and that is KOOP Media .co.
Got it.
No M, not com.
No M, folks. No M.
Like as if we're a company of Co-op Media, coopmedia.co, because we're a company. Yeah. Okay. The next place is Instagram. Instagram is KO.OP Media, and that's it. You can also probably just start typing in like Coop and stuff like that. Like, just please don't call us Coop. Just Co-op. Coop. We're not.
You guys have a bunch of
a two-door car.
You guys have a bunch of previous films on Instagram and social media and stuff that people can see. Yeah.
I believe.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, we do. Cool. Yes. Cool. And so just those two places. And if honestly, if you don't see something that you're curious about, like, I know that we have a lot of stuff in our portfolio, but like some of it is hidden, but we're like happy to share it. Like if you even send us an email, we're like, hey, you guys do Talking Heads? Sure. Check this out. You got to check this out. It looks awesome. Yeah.
Plus we're going through a rebrand with another Frederick based company, Octavo Designs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so they're actually working on a rebrand from logo to website too. I mean, just the flavor of how people will see our website. We want it to match the personality of this conversation right now. So that's our number one goal right now.
I love that. Well, I'm so grateful to know you guys. I'm blessed to be in business with y'all and be on this journey of showcasing businesses in Frederick. And I'm also grateful for Danielle Daw, speaking of her, because I made the connection. I reached out to her. I was like, hey, who do you know? And she was like, you got to talk to Jacob and Tony.
Oh, wow.
Actually, I don't know if she said Tony. I think she said Jacob. I'm just kidding. She said both.
Okay.
But guys, I appreciate you both. You guys are amazing. And I'm just grateful to know you. I'm blessed to know you and have you in my life and in this journey. So thank you both. And I know Frederick's happy you're here as well. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, we'll be around.
All right, guys. We'll talk soon, okay? Be safe.
All right, you too.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.